Hi there folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ben and I'm a photographer and videographer based in North Wales. I do apologise if you can hear the storm outside. I am sat in the garage right now, but I'm using a lav mic, so hopefully you can't hear it. Today we're going to be breaking down or building up the video camera rig which I've been using for my Sony A7iii for the last few months now. And just before I start, I'll let you know that I have Amazon UK affiliate links down in the description below. So if you fancy picking up any of these items, I might get a few pennies back, which all goes to helping this channel. So first off, of course, is the A7iii. I'm loving this camera, or these cameras so far, for both photo and video. I've been really impressed in the image quality, which is the most important thing, and how many features they managed to pack into such a small camera body. Though it does have its quirks, which I mentioned in this video. In this case, it's paired with the Tamron 28-75 2.8 lens, and you'll also notice that they're both covered in the same snakeskin vinyl wrap, which I covered in this video. I will be doing reviews of both the A7iii and the Tamron 28-75, as well as all my other lenses as well at some point. I'm just giving myself as much time as possible to really experience them in real world use before making a review video. So if you would like to see those videos, be sure hit subscribe down below and you'll be notified when I post them. But anyway, this is not a camera review video, this is a rig video. So let's move on to the peripherals. So the cage. I went for the small rig half cage for the A7iii. There's two main reasons I went for this one. One is that I can still access the actual camera grip on the right hand side, and the second is that it also has a quick release plate, like so. This is a really handy feature for me because, as you all probably know, I shoot both photo and video, so being able to quickly dismount the camera completely is a very handy thing for me. Using any camera cage like this will give you numerous options for mounting extra plates and accessories and whatnot. There's loads of 1/4-20 and 3/8-20 holes all over the thing, so you can attach stuff wherever you like. So the first thing that I wanted to add to this was a handle. So this is a small rig top handle with a rubberized grip. We're obviously adding a lot more weight to the camera when we're adding a cage and all the extra accessories on the outside of it. So having a sturdy point to hold on to is essential really, and it just makes it that much easier to carry around town. This just attaches using two 1/4-20 screws, which you can attach anywhere you like, but obviously most people's, including my preference, is top and center. Next, I just added an extra cold shoe mount. Most full cages that you'll see for the A7iii will have a cold shoe mount on the right hand side here somewhere, but obviously I'm missing that bit. But these are dead cheap. I got a pack of two of them, again from Small Rig, for about £5, and while I'm using just one, it just means I've got a spare one should I lose this. So I have that extra cold shoe mount on the left hand side, because this area here is where you have access to your audio ports and HDMI, all that. So keeping it right next to it is great for the microphone cable. The microphone that I'm attaching most of the time is either the Rode Video Micro or the Video Mic Pro Plus. I've had no issue attaching either of these. It just slot into the cold shoe, tighten them down, and voila, ready to go. And then having the cold shoe right next to the microphone means that no cable is too short. The next purchase may be a little excessive. If Sony's Imaging Edge app had been any better in terms of functionality, then that would have saved me a lot of money. But when I'm here filming myself, I cannot see what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm exposed properly, what my audio levels are like. But what I really needed for when I'm filming myself is a monitor display. I went with the Small HD Focus 5 OLED because I'm really in the game of buying equipment that is going to last me. I don't want to buy something dead cheap and have it break after a little knock. I'd rather put the money in and let it serve me well. This is a great little monitor. There is no Amazon affiliate link for this because Amazon don't sell them, unfortunately. I got this one from CVP. I'm sure they are available elsewhere, but that's where I got it. Now, the one thing I don't like about this monitor is the swivel arm, which is pretty good. It does what it says it will, but it's just this tightening nut to add it to a cold shoe. It never quite feels tight, and if you're moving it around, it can work itself loose. So I have been looking into the small rig tilt swivel attachments. I think they're about £30 or so. At some point, I think I'll probably end up getting one. But the handle, as you can tell, has a cold shoe mount on top of it. So that's where I'll add the swivel arm. And then because I'm that little bit paranoid about this tightening nut, I also picked up a small rig cage for the Focus 5 OLED. This is designed and fitted perfectly for the Focus 5 OLED version. Very simply, you just have 2 quarter mount threads, one on top, one on the bottom, and then that just attaches as the monitor would normally to the swivel arm. I'm still able to move it around as you would normally, but it's just that added bit of protection. I've spent a lot of money on this monitor, and the last thing I want to happen is to break it. So this cage adds that bit more protection, and just like the camera cage, this thing is riddled with 1/4 and 3/8 20 threads. I'm yet to utilise any of those, but they're there if you want them. And it does also come with a sun hood. The one thing with an OLED screen is it can be very dim when you're outdoors in sunny conditions shooting. So having a sun visor on there is very handy to have, and means you can actually see what you're framing. And just using the cable that the small HD comes with, that is still plenty long enough to reach even with the added handle. And then if I really need it, if I need to add a light or something else onto the rig, there's still plenty of threads around. I just picked up this little thing, which is the small rig magic arm. It's a tiny little thing. This cost me about £11 or £12 with a clamp as well. This thing I've used far more than I ever thought I would. It's such a handy little thing to have in your bag. But putting that to one side, I can screw this magic arm anywhere I like. I find that actually on the front of the handle is a good location if I need to use a video light. Sorry about this. And this arm is perfectly strong enough to add a small video light. I've been using the Aperture ALM9 video light, which is great, by the way. For 40 quid, I have really got some use out of this. So that can just sit on top, in front of your monitor and above your lens. And that is pretty much the completed rig. More often than not, I'll also have a Manfrotto video plate on the bottom of the cage. This means I can slot it straight into my Manfrotto video fluid head, and that also means that I can stand it upright without it tilting forward. And that is basically it. The only other thing I'll add really is filters. I've mainly been using the Polar Pro / Peter McKinnon variable ND. I've just got the 2 to 5 stop variable ND at the moment, but I can definitely see myself in the future picking up the 6 to 9 stop as well. It is a really great filter, I have to say. It is expensive, but just those hard stops alone, they are almost worth the money. So this filter will fit straight onto the Tamron 28-75 as well as the Sony A7iii f1.8, which are the 2 main lenses that I use for video. But then if I'm using the 55mm or the 28mm, they both have a much smaller filter thread. So I just use one of my older Hoya variable NDs to save faffing around with step-up rings. And that's just about it. Just 1 or 2 little other things. With the Manfrotto plate, I'll keep that on if I'm using a tripod or a monopod with the fluid head. If I'm just going handheld, I'll very often just carry one of these little tripods in my back pocket and screw it in as and when I need it. These are the Manfrotto Pixie tripods. I've got 2 at the moment. They're really good and actually really strong for their price as well. They're about 20 quid or something. Would recommend those. And then you might laugh, but when I'm here filming myself, I have a very bad habit of looking directly at the monitor rather than down the camera lens. So I just got a little bit of card, drew a big arrow on it, and I stick it on there, which really does come in handy. It saved me a lot of times when I've caught myself eyeing up the monitor. I'll just catch sight of the arrow, tell me to look down the lens. And that is it, that is everything. So I hope this video has been insightful if you're thinking of setting up your own camera rig for video, or even if you're not, I hope it was at least entertaining in some way. As I say, I've got Amazon affiliate links for all of these items except for the monitor down in the description below. So if you fancy any of it, do use one of those links. I might get a few pennies and it all goes to helping this channel run. If you've got any questions, leave a comment down below. Give it a like if you liked it, and if you want to see more, please do hit subscribe down in the corner. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.